Welcome to Too Much Willie Nelson, take 3. I'm just salty because I got to pay to read the Houston Chronicle from 1995. I've got 12 tracks at 36 minutes. I have this album, Willie Nelson, Just One Love. In the zillion labels Willie Nelson has recorded for, this is a first for us. This is Justice Records from Houston, Texas, a little indie label. This is an old-fashioned country record produced by sometime Nelson guitarist Grady Martin and featuring Austin songbird Kimmy Rhodes, pictured there. This is Willie's second effort for the Houston-based independent label and sort of tilts back to his work in the late 60s, early 70s. The album is definitely more a country record than most of his recent offerings, and I mean that in the mid-90s. He doesn't break a lot of new ground here, instead relying mostly on country standards like 8 More Miles to Louisville and several Floyd Tillman tunes, including the classic This Cold War with You. The only original tunes on the record were penned by a little-known fellow Texan, Kimmy Rhodes, who Nelson joins in a nice duet on the title cut of the album. So the plan was to include mostly old country jukebox favorites from the 40s and 50s, but then the nature of the album abruptly changed. My reliable internet sources tell me one night singer-songwriter Kimmy Rhodes stopped by Pedernales during a break-in recording. Her and her husband Joe Gracie, a sound engineer who worked for Willie often, visited, who live about a mile from the studio and were fairly regular fixtures around there. On this visit, Willie, a fan of her songwriting, asked her to play something. She picked out I Just Drove By and Just One Love. He liked them both. He liked them both enough to record them on the spot as duets, and he chose the latter, that would be Just One Love, as the album's title and single. And then he had Rhodes add harmonies to the rest of the record. A child of Lubbock who grew up singing gospel with her father and her brother, she proved an ideal foil, painting her unapologetically twangy vocals around the edges of Willie's rough voice. Here are my favorite tracks. Smoke, Smoke, Smoke That Cigarette. I can't get enough of that. Tex Williams and Merle Travis. It happens to be on here. Just My Luck. This Cold War with You. We mentioned that above, from Floyd Tillman. Cold, Cold Heart, and that would be Mr. Hank Williams, of course. 8 Miles to Louisville with Grandpa Jones, who takes vocals and banjo on the tune. So this is one of Willie's finer collaborations, however, quite under the radar, still worth hearing, and thank you for checking out Too Much Willie Nelson.